Welcome to Movie Speeching. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take good care. Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire is the name of the movie. Please like and subscribe to get every update. The film begins with Kong's exhilarating fight with the thirsty giant hound, but his single powerful punch penetrates his body. He also blocked their path to heroic Kong by tearing the place to pieces. He trampled the entire place with a large block of wood and broke their courage by tearing their comrades in half. The dead Titan was split in half and Kong let blood flow throughout his body so they could predict his gruesome end. This terrible movement sent blood rushing through their veins, and they fled after cleansing the Titan's gross blood. Kong eats his meal near the neckline. He was about to eat a hearty meal, but his toothache hindered the process. Furthermore, there was nothing he could do to weaken the wolf's protective power, so the crocodile stole the body and he couldn't even stop it. Although a small frog also taunted him, he ignored it. Meanwhile, Dr. Andrews talks about Godzilla and Kong territory. She also researched Hollow Earth and the other titans there. Kong is believed to be the last of his family, and the Wall of Despair still makes his search difficult. She also explains that Godzilla is fighting these terrible monsters, which prevents humans from fighting back. Similarly, a mysterious spider-like creature was also seen in Italy and Rome. The destruction of humanity is great, but Godzilla will soon take control. He gave the monster a huge blow and climbed on top of it so that its tentacles locked tightly. The monster still tries to win by spinning its small fragment into Godzilla's face, but nothing can stop its magnetic attack. Electrifying atomic lasers emitted from Godzilla's mouth ravaged his blood vessels and shattered the monster's body into pieces. Water splashed everywhere and the city was safe. Dr. Andrews and the Monarch team noticed Godzilla's territory shaking and the heaters experiencing high spikes. This had never been recorded before and the team knew nothing about it. Dr. Andrews' adopted daughter attends a special school where she falls asleep during class. She was not only a normal child but also a lucky child, so she started having visions. She put graphite on paper and drew some designs. Her teacher blamed her for negligence and called Andrews to discuss the drawings, but she quickly realized that the drawings corresponded to spikes obtained from the fireplace. Additionally, Gia is the last child of the Yui tribe, so perhaps her visions and drawings predict unusual circumstances. Further investigation of the Yui tribe reveals that a terrible storm completely destroyed the tribe and only one young girl survived. The doctor saved her. Gia begins to have disturbed vision again and appears worried about meeting Kong in the Hollow Earth. Dr. Andrews plans to take her there because her vision keeps showing inconsistent events. Dr. Andrews meets his old friend Bernie and shows him the drawings for help. However, he used to be a colleague of Andrews, so he was happy to meet her again. He informed us that the signals seem to come not from Titan but from humans. The drawings predict the same thing, but how did humans get to the Hollow Earth and create these signals? She must find a way to help her daughter. Immediately, she received notification of Godzilla's movements. He woke up after a year of sleep and started moving here and there. Furthermore, Kong approached the kings and lay down in pain. Gia noticed his pain and revealed his toothache to get his help. A strange veteran sedated him and flew away with a trapper by helicopter. He extracted the painful tooth and replaced it with a new tooth. He also tries to flirt with Dr. Andrews, but she comes back better. She also expressed concern about her daughter's strange dreams, but the veteran still had hope in her because she had a wonderful mother by her side. Kong woke up and immediately felt pain. Kong also speaks to Gia in sign language, showing that they understand each other. Bernie comes in and tells Andrews about the spikes. He predicts that the transformation indicates someone from the Hollow Earth is calling for our help. Dr. Andrews immediately decided to assemble a team of experts to discover the origin. Gia also insists on going with them and she agrees, and the five fly into the Hollow Earth. Bernie also joined us after an interesting conversation with Dr. Andrews. Kong also joins them and they fall into the diving hole where Kong and the Hollow Earth depart. It's a radiation box full of thrills and adventure. After violent shaking, the plane arrives at the scene and takes them on a roller coaster ride. They reach the mainland after nearly losing their minds. As soon as they entered the territory, many mountains with sparkling bodies welcomed them with melodious roars. They are completely harmless until you harm them. On the other hand, Godzilla has reached French territory, causing intense bioelectric radiation. He magnified the place with hidden sparks into the sky and energized the Earth even more. The king sent radioactive missiles and thousands of bomb explosions at once. It absorbs radiant energy and stores electricity for an unknown purpose. They arrive at the monarchy base, which has been destroyed. Smoky burns reaches the sky, and you cannot imagine the extent of damage caused by humans. They also find a giant foot on a nearby wall, which looks nothing like Kong. This means another danger awaits them. Meanwhile, Kong enters his cave and finds the axe. He also noticed that a rare sparkling opening required him to jump with his powered glowing axe. An entity that was a baby monkey was emerging from the foggy land. Kong tried to befriend him, but he bit his finger and was beaten severely. His elders also found Kong here and attacked him with all their immense strength, but Kong knocked them down with his powerful stomps and kicks. He also tried to stop someone from falling, but in retaliation, he intentionally pushed him down the hill. He also used a baby monkey to splash water on everyone when no one respected his friendly hand. The baby monkey is still hiding, but Kong threatens to take him to the elder. Dr. Andrews receives a signal from a deep dungeon and orders the ship to descend. Gia also wanted it because she was curious what was inside. However, the landing goes smoothly, but Crazy Land scares them when a flesh tree swallows the pilot. They flee and calm a panicked Bernie. He doesn't want to become food for a random plant, but the others are motivated to discover hidden secrets. Although the monarchs kept track of Godzilla's irrational movements, they found no clarity. However, it's pretty clear he's submerged in water to fight the Mega Titan, possibly the Sparkling Water Titan. Surprisingly, Gia discovers a human civilization hidden beneath the writing on the wall. They learned that this place was much older than their lineage. They also found traces of the Titan's mother on the wall. In addition, it may hide some secrets. So, when trying to figure out the possibilities here, Gia finds a clue in a glowing bug. It activates a route to another mysterious location covered by the translucent shield. They created a hole and the sparkling light blinded their eyes. They entered a beautiful paradise. Meanwhile, Kong followed the little monkey because he wanted to find his hobby, but this mischievous boyfriend tries to trap her into another giant Titan territory. It is a snake-like aquatic creature with sharp slashes and strangles Kong, but the heroic Kong crushed the monsters into pieces and threatened the little monkey to guide the correct route this time. He also fed the little monkey parts of the water titan, which softened his heart for Kong and allowed him to sit closer without fear. Godzilla arrived at another shimmering titan's territory and urged it to fight him. It is not difficult for Godzilla to fight Titan because its charging power is far beyond its limits. He fiercely removed it from his body and activated high-energy atomic radiation through his mouth. The attack splits the monster into pieces. The monarchs are stunned by the power he wields and attempt to stabilize their submarine, stinging from his attack. On the contrary, Andrews and the others were surrounded by several forest dwellers. They brought them to their places, carved with precious stones and ancient civilizations. They tried to maintain eye contact so as not to be misjudged, but soon the queen read Gia's hand. They know that Gia belongs to them and she feels connected to these people too. That's why they sent a signal to Gia to call him here. The queen led them into a dark room, lit by glowing liquid. The walls are several thousand years old and contain ruins of ancient human civilizations. They revealed that Hollow Earth and Surface Earth live in harmony and that the apes are responsible for protecting humanity. But one day, a ferocious giant ape caused a war between worlds to conquer the surface world. He is known as the King of the Scars, who still rules over all other monkeys. Kong also goes to the land where his doppelganger friends do the heavy work. They are all under the rule of the Scar King and forced to obey his orders. Kong also saves an old monkey from a bully, winning their hearts with his courage. Although real power still prevails, it is the Scar King who steps here in his iconic move. He wears a bone weapon around his neck. He punished the baby monkey by killing his father for bringing a stranger into their territory. He also mocked Kong's false teeth and caused a rage that made the fight more exciting. He SWRS lowered his gun to taunt Kong, but he stopped him with his bare hands. Even though the weapon was equipped with a sharp blade, it hurt Kong's palm. A cold fight started and they both strangled each other. Kong fights equally between the burning magma layers and the king's supporters. The Scar King realized that the king was capable, so he introduced his pet Shimo. The Scar King can only present it because his weapon contains the magic stone. As long as the stone is engraved into his weapon, Shimo will obey him. The monster was covered in glittering skin and bound with chains. Shimo is extremely strong, but Kong always tries to fight back with his axe. He tries to block harmful rays with it, but cannot hold it for long and injures his hand. The little monkey realized that Kong was getting weaker and weaker, so he pointed to a cave to escape. The Scar King now has Kong's axe. Kong is tracked by the Scar King's spectators, but the baby monkey blocks their path. They piled up under the rocks, and he helped Kong escape. However, one of the spectators always followed them with an observation step. Dr. Andrews also reads the same writing on the wall, revealing that Godzilla is preparing to fight the Scar King and Shimo because he knows he cannot defeat the world's ancient titan Shimo with his own power. Shimo became Scar King's pet, making him the strongest titan in the world today. So they must awaken the dead god Mothra, and only Gia can do it because he is one of the ancient eyes of the corrupted tribe. Hence the preparations for the ritual. Meanwhile, Godzilla travels to places with high-quality plasma and radiation to absorb the full power. The Yui tribe helped Kong get here soon because he was needed too. This is why they opened a gate. An injured Kong walks in with his new friend. The viewer also discovered the gate and informed the king of his scar. He is extremely angry and prepares to fight Kong on his beloved pet Shimo. On the other hand, Kong is seriously injured and informs Gia of his injury. Godzilla has become extremely powerful and causes pink flashes on his back due to excessive absorption of radio waves. Andrew's team hopes to try to treat Kong's injured hand during this difficult time. They had been preparing it for years, and he placed the electronic hand in Kong's real hand. He feels even stronger and is ready to fight the Scar King, but first he must call Godzilla. Therefore, he hopes to reach the surface of the earth in Egypt. He screamed with a loud roar, and Godzilla responded with the same frequency of screaming. So, Godzilla reached the pyramids of Egypt by destroying the shores of public places with his huge feet. Yui tribes go to their sacred places to perform rituals. Gia reached the top and touched the invisible sheet where Mothra was sleeping. She channels her energy, and finally, the Titan goddess is awakened. The tribe closes the gate and lets Mothra go to Earth's surface with Gia, where Kong fights Godzilla. Kong tries to inform everyone about the Scar King's anger, but Godzilla keeps throwing punches. Kong endures some brutal beatings, but then he begins to grow ahead with his electric throws. He tries to stagger, but Kong doesn't stop until Mothra steps in and stops the fight. It informs us of impending danger. The Yui tribe prepares to close Scar King's gate by pouring red liquid into the magical liquid. The stones flew into the sky, forming a protective shield, but King Scar ruined everything. He launches a freezing attack and destroys the gate. The Scar King moves to fight the Yui tribe, but Andrew's team introduces thousands of veterans to the Scar King to distract him. He also flew away with a portal. Luckily, they were saved. Meanwhile, Kong and Godzilla intervene and begin an exciting battle with the Doodle King. Godzilla has the power to fight Shimo, and Kong is now even stronger. So defeating the Scar King was very interesting. They stalk each other in the portal and fight with electric attacks. Kong retrieved his axe, and their weapons excitedly clashed with extreme power and sensation. The baby monkey also helps fight the Scar King. Godzilla fights the ice monster until Mothra can hopefully help him escape the ice storm. Suddenly gravity is lost here, and they can fall into the portals. They all reach Earth, and the Scar King still wishes to rule Earth. He allowed his pet to drain energy from the sun and let the world freeze again. He wanted to bring back the ice storm and somehow destroyed the beaches of Brazil. But Godzilla interrupted him and delivered fierce blows to his face. His teeth fall out, and Kong finds an opportunity to taunt him. The exhilarating fight between all the monsters tears the city to pieces. Shimo tries to numb Kong's hand again with an ice attack, but Godzilla fires the same laser to stop him. The little monkey remains in the hollow earth, but finds an opportunity to bring Kong's weapon back to the Earth's surface. Kong tries to destroy the sparkling diamond on Scar King's weapon. Luckily, the baby monkey arrived in time and hit him with Kong's axe. Surprisingly, Scar King lost all his power, and Kong beat him everywhere. Shimo is now free, and his beloved pet's ice attack has killed him. Kong destroys his existence, returning the Earth to its normal position. X was advised to live with her tribe, and she was happy to be reunited with her people after all these years. Kong becomes the new empire in his territory and frees his people from the brutality of the Scar King. Shimo and the little monkey are now his audience, and Godzilla finds a place to sleep for another year. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, leave a comment about your favorite movie, and we will make it next. Thanks for watching.